And good evening and welcome to Wright Brothers Implement Sales, Jim Digital Creations Productions of Southern Indiana's community basketball. Tonight's game features the Salem Lions versus the West Washington Senators. This game is being brought to you by the resources of Wright Brothers Implement Sales of Borden, Indiana, your supplier of grasshopper mowers, trustworthy hardware parts for your farm and yard equipment. West Washington High School's live stream, we want to welcome them this evening, and Indiana University Southeast, Fulfilling the Promise. Along with Patrick Anderson, I'm Troy Hannett, and we are here for night 2 of the Washington County Tournament and tonight's championship game here on WBIS. And again, we want to welcome the West Washington live stream YouTube channel for tonight's simulcast. Salem comes into tonight's game 4-1. They defeated Eastern last night 54-51 to reach the title game. It was a very close game, came down to the final minute before Salem was able to pull away and get the win. West Washington enters tonight 2-1 on the season. They defeated Borden pretty convincingly last night, 64-45. They lost their opener convincingly to Paola before beating Trinity Lutheran prior to that last night. And so, Pat, what do you expect to see here this evening? We saw a good one the first game, and what do we know what's going on?
Well, these are two teams I haven't seen play yet this year, so really, just kind of looking at the teams during warm-ups and looking. We got some size on both teams. Whereas last game we only had size on the Eastern side. This game is going to have some size. Looks like West Washington has a 6'6" kid, a couple guys that are 6'4". You look over at Salem, they've got a couple guys that are 6'4", 6'5", so maybe see some battles inside. Last game there weren't any inside post battles. It was basically just the Jacob Cherry show.
Yeah, 6'7" for Eastern and then a bunch of 6-footers for Borden. So let's go through some of our keys to the game, trustworthy keys to the game. For Salem, keep up those positive vibes in the program. They've started off the year with a win at Brownstown, which is always a tough place to play, and a 1-point loss to Henryville. And since then, they've won 3 straight. And tempo, Salem is scoring over 60 points a game. West Washington is averaging only 54. So if Salem can get the score in the 60s, push the tempo a little bit, they probably feel like they've got a good chance to win. As for West Washington, really quick, try and get off to a good start, get some momentum. A quick start gives them some confidence. They can score against Salem and use the experience from their sectional championship last season. Many of these players have big game experience, need it again tonight. This game could come down to a few key possessions. We expect a close contest, Patrick.
Well, just looking here, both teams have a lot of juniors and seniors. Not exactly sure which kids are going to play a whole lot, but looking at West Washington, they've got a couple seniors and juniors, like you said, with that experience, but Salem has some experience too. So it'll be interesting to see how that experience plays out, and if poise will be a factor in this game, because it could come down to a few possessions at the very end.
Exactly. We're getting told in our ear we've got to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back for tip-off. You're watching Southern Indiana Basketball on Wright Brothers Implement Sales, Jim Digital Creations.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Indiana University Southeast. The name on your degree does matter. Earn your IU degree on the region's safest campus, just 10 miles from downtown Louisville. A quality education builds quality leaders. Fulfill your promise today.
Wright Brothers. We're more than tractors. Stop in and take a look around. You'll be surprised. Right here on Highway 60 in Borden.
Herb, the new contractor's here.
Nice grasshopper. Thanks. Excuse me. Oh boy, I'm on a grasshopper. Wow, effortless control. Trimming easily with one machine. True zero-turn capability. What a finish! Thanks.
How's the new contractor?
Just great.
See the full line of Grasshopper mowers and implements at Wright Brothers Implement Sales, Highway 60 in Borden, Indiana.
And we're back really quick. Mike Brown in his 33rd year of coaching, second at Salem. He's been around a long time. Most people remember him from Paola. And then he had a stint at Crawford County before going to South Dearborn and Madison Shaw. As for West Washington, Clayton Sullivan in his second season as head coach, and he's trying to win his first county championship after winning a section in his inaugural season. Lineups for tonight's contest. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, West Washington. Chase Farmer, a 6'3 senior. Number 4, number 11, Holden Bozeman, a 6'2 junior. Number 12, Parker Green, a 6'1 junior. Number 32, Jake Strange, a 6'6 junior.
And number 3, who is not on the roster.
I don't know who that is. Number 2, Brody Petmeyer. Number 3 is not on our roster. Number 3, Mason Jones, a 6'1 sophomore. Number 4, Myron Mead, a 6'5 senior. And number 11, Gavin Fleming, a 6'1 senior. And number 32, Shane Mahiran, a 6' senior. So we're going to try and figure out for you West Washington folks, we're sorry, we just don't have who number 3 is on our program. So maybe he'll score the first bucket, Patrick. And
we can hear his name being called. We'll have to listen for that.
Yeah.
But what's funny is you got a lot of size, but only a couple of guys with size getting the start. Mead out there, 6'5 senior. He's tall and skinny. He's going against number 32 from West Washington, 6'6 Jake Strange. Does this issue have to do with the number?
We may have an issue with this number. Yeah.
We might have a technical to start this game.
Yeah, the scoreboard is set, so we're trying to figure out, well, Borden's Doc Nash is over here checking out the scoreboard, so maybe it's got something to do with the scoreboard.
They're turning it off right now.
They don't have it in the program. It's not in the program. You don't know? So we don't know if they're trying to reset the scoreboard or what. We'd like to say that the offensive explosion in the consolation game may have tilted the scoreboard, but that did not happen. So, Greg, do you want to take a commercial real quick and come back, or do you want to just stay here and let us ad-lib it, or you tell us what you want to do? Yeah, I don't know either. So we'll just stay here and improvise. So
looks like they're trying to reset something on the clock. I wonder what happened.
Well, again, we're glad you could join us tonight on, oh, the buzzer didn't work. That's what it was. I didn't hear a buzzer. Did you hear a buzzer sound when the clock hit 0?
But sometimes they stop it before it goes off, though,
yeah,
too.
That could be true. Good call on the no commercial, Greg, because it looks like we're about ready to go.
All right, so now we're going to tip it. We've got word that number 3 could be Standiford, but...
Okay. Harrison Sanford?
Okay, so he is number 3.
He's number 3.
Maybe something happened to number 24.
All right.
And once again, if it is not him, we do apologize.
And we are about ready to go. Nothing like adding a little drama to the championship game of the county tournament. And Petmeyer will tip it up against Strange, and the Lions control the tip. And this is Jones will bring it across the timeline, man-to-man by the Senators. That's Fleming. He gives it over to Mahurin. Mahurin back into the top to Petmeyer. Inside pass cut off. Picked up by Mahurin. Salem being pretty deliberate with it, Coach.
Yeah, they're being patient, but West Washington's being pretty strong on defense, chucking cutters, not letting people really get in front of them, really protecting the lane, strong help side. It looks like West Washington's just a little bit bigger. Oh, tough shot.
Tough shot by Myron Mead, almost just like a catch and throw there. Didn't really get set, but he knocked it down. And the Lions cracked the scoreboard first. They lead 2-0. Little full court pressure by Salem. West Washington breaks the press. That's Bozeman with it on the right wing.
He's got nowhere to go. Oh, man.
He got bailed out. Green with it, gives it back to, we believe, Sanford. He gives it to Bozeman.
Nice strong move.
Inside Strange, no good. Rebound fought for, belongs to Salem. And that's Mead with a drive again. Puts it up, no good this time.
Rebound to Stanford.
Here comes West Washington. Takes it down, no good.
Gets his own rebound.
Yep, gets it back, and that's Parker Green for three.
That looked online as soon as it left his hand.
And he knocks it down. It's 3-2.
Now West Washington looks like they're in a little 2-3 zone action here. Maybe a different defense make or miss here. They just scored at the other end to take an early 3-2 lead.
Just underway.
Well, and the other thing this is doing is this is going to keep the score low if that's what West Washington kind of wants to do.
Yep. Mixing it up a little bit. Coach Brown signals out of play. Petmeyer will redirect the offense. He gives it to Jones. Kicks it over to Mead. Mead's got that wiry, long frame. Looks like he can kind of get in between that zone, maybe.
Yeah, they're really not looking there. They go to the middle. That was a good look. And he let him right with the shoulder.
Right in there. Fleming created some space.
But they got it right to the middle. If you're the offensive team, that's where you want to get the ball.
West Washington breaks the press fairly easily. Sanford thought he was going to cut to the bucket. Chase Farmer didn't think he was, and it'll belong to Salem. 4-3. Glad you could join us tonight. Championship game here on Wright Brothers Implement Sales, 2 miles east of Borden on Highway 60. For all your trustworthy farm and yard equipment, they got all kinds of farm products, home products, anything you need, they've got it down there. Go and check them out, some last-minute Christmas deals. There's a three-pointer by Mahurin from the top of the key, air ball. Rebound fought for on the floor. Nobody wants it, everybody wants it. Rebound picked up by Petmeyer. He gives it to Jones. He's going to drive. Lots of people in there to get that pass through, Patrick.
No, that was ugly. Oh, man, ugly. Once that ball went to the ground, that was ugly. Man,
Green wanted to shoot, can't. Gets it stripped by Mead. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Lays it up and in, and that's Mason Jones, and he draws the foul. He'll count the bucket. And the foul was on Green, and Jones will attempt the conventional three-point play. 4:24 left in the first quarter, 6-3. Jones will try and make it 7, and does. 7-3 Salem.
So Salem's kind of controlled it here so far. West Washington has looked out of sorts.
Yep, Bozeman with the drive, lays it up, got fouled, he'll shoot 2.
That was a good strong take by Bozeman there. Went hard to his left to try to finish with the left over the taller player and drew a foul.
And that foul was on Myron Mead. That's his first. Bozeman will take 2 shots, and he makes the first. He'll try and cut it back to 2. And he does, and it's 7-5, 4:14 left in the first quarter.
That's a nice looking struggle by Bozeman there where he stepped up to the line. Had a nice looking free throw shot.
Yeah. West Washington, a little token pressure.
Oh, I thought that looked like that. He bounced that off of Petmeyer's leg and went out of bounds, but hard angle for the referee to be able to see that.
Strange sure thought it was as well. He just wanted to knock it out of there.
Coach Sullivan, though, didn't seem to argue too much, so maybe pick his battles.
Salem brings it up. Senators went back to the man-to-man. So they're mixing it up.
Coach Brown being very deliberate with the plays they're calling.
McHuron on the left side gives it to Petmeyer.
Looks like Salem's going to try to run another set.
Very deliberate, like you said, for the Lions.
Which is strange for a team that's scoring, 60-something points a game. Usually you would think they'd try to get up and down.
Back cut, got fouled, they didn't call it. And then they're going to call it goaltending, but the bucket went in anyway for Myron Mead.
So he's got 4 quick points tonight, 4 of their 9.
And it's 9-5. Bozeman breaks the press, lays it up, tough shot, no good. Strange with the rebound and to put back in.
Good rebound there.
And I don't know how much this press is going to get Salem. But a good play there by West Washington.
Bozeman has broken it twice really easily.
Mead on the drive, throws it up, no good. 2 Salem guys with the rebound, and they call a travel. Yep.
That's a good call. 2 of them had it. They both tried to move with it. And then Salem got 2 guys coming in, number 22, which I don't have a 22 on my roster.
22 is Isaiah Jefferson. He's 23 on the roster, but 22. I heard him say that.
And number 50 looks like Trail Howard.
Trail Howard.
It's a different name. Just making sure I was pronouncing that right. I guess there's no other way to pronounce it.
Sanford with a drive, a loose ball out of bounds, belongs to Salem.
And I really don't know where he was going with that.
Number 33,
Grant Mahurin, 33, sees his first action. So Coach Brown's been to the bench 3 times already, and I don't think Coach Sullivan has.
No, he's stuck with his starters.
Bozeman with a drive, wants to shoot, can't. Green will drive it, step back, 18-foot jump shot, tough shot, no good.
Tough shot.
Howard clears the rebound. He gives it off to the Grant Mahurin down the floor, and they call a block.
I was looking down, I didn't see that. Foul on Chase Farmer.
Number 4, Farmer. His first, team second.
And Mahurin will shoot 2. 9-7. Lions on top. Got 2:36 left in the first quarter. And Mahurin knocks the first one down. If you didn't tune in and watch the consolation game, Eastern picked up a 9-point win over Borden to break a long losing streak. They finally got one on the board this year, so congratulations to them in the consolation game. And Mahurin missed the second. It's 10-7. West Washington with the ball. Strange inside. Turns over his left shoulder, puts a little right-hand jump hook up. No good. Tough shot. Kind of got bellied a little bit there by Howard. Petmeyer has it up top. He recontrols. Salem runs a lot of stuff way out high. West Washington has really done a nice job of making them stretch their offense out.
Well, from what it looks like to me, they're trying to get their guards out and trying to catch them in some open space and create space in kind of through the lane area.
There's a three-pointer, good. Harrison Sanford with the three-point basket. So we were waiting on him to score to verify that's who it was, and it is Harrison Sanford. And we're tied at 10.
So here they are again.
And they may just hold it for one shot. So we talked about in the opening, shows you we hadn't seen either of these teams play. Salem's averaging over 60 points, and they're pretty deliberate right now.
And they're back in the zone. I think I think it has to do something with their make-miss. Because they made a shot, and then they're right back into the zone, and they go inside.
Howard, tough shot. He got stuffed, got it back, and threw it back up there. So give 50 Trail Howard credit for sticking with it. There's Sanford, kicks it off the leg. Yep, that'll be a kick ball back to West Washington underneath. Salem brings back a couple of their starters in Jones and Mahiran.
Coach Brown was giving Petmeyer an earful when he walked off the floor. Not exactly sure what he did wrong.
Green threw that ball in. Strange wasn't expecting it. It was a turnover. And there's a three-pointer on the break, and that's a three by Mason Jones. Well, that's a killer for West Washington right there, Coach. Yeah, they had an inbounds pass, and they didn't have any communication. You get a breakout three-pointer, and it's a 5-point lead.
Yeah, they had the ball out underneath their basket, and then they turn around and give up a three.
Sanford fires a three, air ball. They got an outlet, and they missed him.
Now Salem can hold for one with a 5-point lead.
And 25 seconds to go in the quarter. They're going to take their time. Good little back screen. They're running a little shuffle cut up there to foul line with Howard. Everybody's running diagonal shuffle cuts off.
They're just trying to get something open going down towards the basket.
Yep.
Now what are they going to do? Ball screen action here? Double ball screen?
5 seconds. Jones will have to take one.
And kicks it out.
That's a three from Jefferson at the buzzer. No good. We played a quarter, 15-10. Lions on top. We'll be back after this timeout. You're watching Wright Brothers Implement Sales, Jim Digital Creations.
In Borden.
Indiana University Southeast. Small classes, personal attention. More than 50 undergraduate and graduate degrees, just minutes from downtown Louisville. Get ready for your next step. Apply now at ius.edu.
And we're back here at Borden High School. 15-10 in our championship game between Salem and West Washington. Glad you could join us here on WBIS, Jim Digital Creations. Thank Greg and Myra Powell for putting on tonight's game. Again, going to stop in there 2 miles east of Borden on Highway 60. They got all your farm and yard equipment, trustworthy hardware parts. They got homeware. They got anything and everything you need for any kind of Christmas shopping list or just around the house things that you need to pick up. So stop on in there and check them out. West Washington will start the quarter with the basketball, and this is Bozeman with it. Bozeman being checked by Jones. He gives it over to Sanford. Sanford to Green, back to Sanford at the top. Man-to-man by the Lions.
They're sticking with the same. They haven't subbed yet. They still haven't subbed.
Yeah, maybe they're not very deep. Bozeman with a little runner. Tough shot. He got it. And that's a three for Jefferson from the corner. No good. Mahiran with the rebound. Nobody got shut off the baseline. Howard trying to get it for Salem. These boys traveled. Yeah, he rolled over.
Into the game for Salem, number 2, Cody Petmeyer, number 4, Myra Meade, and number 11.
Yeah, once he rolled over, it was a travel.
West Washington will bring it up, trying to get into that three-point lead, maybe tie the game on a three-pointer.
Oh, he might have. I think he picked up the dribble and traveled.
Good seal there by Strange. Kicks it out opposite to Sanford. No good on the three. Farmer rebound. No. Bousman with it. He's got it.
Tough shot.
Yeah, takes a tough shot, and we're going to call a technical on somebody. I don't know who.
Well, he complained after he got the technical, and it looked like he was saying some cuss words. And that's going to be a personal as well. A personal foul and a technical. So, I mean, 2 personal fouls technically.
Yeah, that's Harrison Sanford. So he got the foul and the technical. And the official is telling Coach Sullivan what was the reason for the technical. And Sanford went to the bench. So Nash Huff has checked in for West Washington. Petmeyer will shoot the technical foul shots.
Yeah, that wasn't a very smart play there by Sanford.
And he knocks them both down. And it's back to a 5-point game. And that puts one of your starters on the bench with two.
Who'd they come in with number 10?
10, Nash Huff.
Nash Huff.
17-12, Salem with the lead. We've played a minute in this second quarter.
Middle, oh yeah.
Now they're back
too late.
Good, yep. Nash Huff just got in there and just stripped it away from him. And Bowsman got it stripped from behind, out of bounds. It'll belong. Did he call a foul? No, I thought he called a foul.
No, just out of bounds. That's a good hustle right there. Could have easily kind of backed off that play, but he didn't, and was able to knock it out of bounds.
Strange with it. Inside, has it stripped away. Farmer controls it for West Washington. Green over to Huff on the right side. To Strange, 16-footer. Oh, good.
Rebound by Jefferson. So they're back in a man off the miss here.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. Make miss, different type of defense. And it takes a team, to West Washington's credit, it takes a team that's got some experience that can do that remembers what they're supposed to be running. You get 2 guys in a man, 3 guys in a zone.
You're in trouble.
You're in trouble, yeah.
Got a mismatch there that they wanted. That's a good take.
Gavin Fleming drove to the bucket and drew a foul.
I think he probably would have been fine until the help came. I think the big guy had pretty good position.
And that's on.
That was on Strange.
32, Strange, yeah.
It's his first.
That's the team's 5th, so Salem's only got 1 foul. West Washington with 5. Fleming makes the first. Say, one of those guys got to get out of there. Fleming will try the second. He eyes it. He flies it. And he got it.
Into the game for Salem, number 32, Shane Mahira.
And it's up to a 7-point lead. So West Washington needs a bucket here. A full court pressure, little diamond press here by Salem. Green will inbound it. Gives it to Huff. Bowsman kicks opposite. Pretty easy for West Washington to break the press. Not really too much pressure there. Dangerous pass. Huff thought about it. Instead takes a tough little
runner. No rebounds.
Well, you got to get your feet set. I see a lot of kids try and take that shot. And just get your feet set. Take a little 10-foot jumper.
Yeah, right now Salem's really controlled this game, and they've been deliberate on offense, but they've really moving screen. They really got what they wanted here. He did. He threw his shoulder. I was watching that action across the baseline, and Gavin Fleming kind of threw his shoulder out.
And that's the team's second. Fleming's first. Salem's defense has really done a pretty good job of causing West Washington some trouble there. Strange with a nice layup.
I don't know how that wasn't a block, charge, something. A lot of contact there. Now they went into a press. Let's see if they stay. Let's see, they scored. Yep, they're back in that 2-3 again. Which I like this. I like changing it up a little bit.
Not giving the team the same look over and over.
Yep.
Well, if anything, it makes the other team take a few seconds to kind of get recalibrated and set up. Inside pass to Mahira, and he traveled. Strange kind of bumped him, and I don't know if the camera saw that or not, but Strange had a little look at the official like you can't be serious, you're going to call a foul.
Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing. If that was going to be a foul, that was a really cheap foul. And this press that Salem's running really hasn't slowed them down, and he hadn't really created many turnovers yet. They're going to go opposite again.
Yeah, this is pretty easy right here.
They just got to score.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's a turnover that you're getting, and maybe you've got forced some bad shots out of it, but West Washington's breaking it. Maybe they just need to back it out and then run an offense. But Bowsman does a really good job when he gets the ball, just to patient and reverse the ball and get it up the floor that way. You don't need a one-man show.
Or do you take Strange out of this area right here? Because he's the one that's bringing the ball. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Salem changed their press. There's a nice little pass. And I think that was Fleming with the pass to Mahira.
And so no press now for Salem.
Yeah,
they backed it off, and nobody's guarding Huff. Now they got the shortest guy.
I was going to say 5'7" versus 6'6",
being guarded by the biggest. He's listed at 6'5", but he looks 6'6" with that guy next to him. That's for sure. Now they left him open.
And he's going to fire a three. No good. And there's a foul.
I don't know if you're West Washington, if that's a shot you want. Once again, that's a shot you can get just about any time.
Mason Jones. And number 22, Isaiah Jefferson.
21-14 Salem. We're almost halfway through the second quarter. And that's the 16th.
Nobody sees him. That was a good pass by Jones. Good rebound by Bowser.
Yeah, he got up on that one.
West Washington needs to be patient and call a play.
Bow's going to fire a three. Good. Salem. West Washington needs to get back. I was going to say Mahir was camped down underneath their own bucket. Somebody could have got him the ball. He had a layup. And it's down to 4. And, you know, really, give West Washington a lot of credit. They feel like, it looks like they've kind of been outplayed the whole first half, and they're only down 4 points.
Yep, I think you're right. I think you feel like Salem kind of has controlled this game, and that's just West Washington saying they're just going to keep doing what they're doing, and
they're going to hang around here. Jefferson with it, and
then here they're going to see they're playing the zone, and they, you know, all Salem's done now is just pass it around back up top, and Coach Brown walks to the end of the bench and turns around just like, you know, pretty upset with his guys. There they go, getting to the middle.
Double clutcher, no good, tough shot. Green with the rebound, and they'll bring it up. 3 minutes to go. They got to get Bowsman some more shots.
I was thinking the same thing.
And I'm guessing Green is probably their second best scorer.
He got tripped.
Huff's got it. Tough shot there. You don't want that one. Chased down by Farmer.
Oh, nice play. Nice. Oh. That was a really nice pass by Bousman as he was falling down to get the ball to Strange. And then Strange picks up the foul as he charges into a kid from Salem. I'm not really sure which kid took that charge, but man, crazy turn of events right there.
Jake Strange did not like that call. You could see him. He was upset as he was walking down the floor. That was a big play there. West Washington gets a foul and gets 2 shots, cuts it to 2. So Salem will get the ball back, and now you put Strange on the bench more than likely for the last 2:30 of the first half.
Yeah, it looked like number 40, Bryce Brown, was getting ready to check in.
He did. He checked in for Strange. Now, whether he was checking in for him before the foul or not, I don't know. But anyway, that's West Washington's 7th team foul, but that was a player control foul, so that won't matter. So we'll have the ball out of bounds underneath. Glad you could join us tonight on Wright Brothers Implement Sales, Gym Digital Creations. Again, we want to thank Greg and Myra Powell for putting tonight's game on. Check them out down there 2 miles east of Borden on Highway 60. Right there across from the turnoff to go to Huber's. Stop in there. Get any kind of farmyard equipment, get any kind of home product that you need. They've got it all down there. For those of you that are tuning in tonight that don't usually watch us, we want to thank you for joining us. WBIS, Gym Digital Creations, does a lot of basketball games throughout Southern Indiana for schools Lanesville and Orleans, Borden, Henryville, Silver Creek, Eastern, West Washington, and I'm probably missing somebody, but I think I got most of them. And we do probably close to 30, 35 games a year, so check them out.
Yeah, this zone offense that Salem runs, maybe they don't practice it much, but they sure just don't look like they know exactly what they want to do.
Oh, nice play there.
And then they go back door, so maybe that's what they were trying to get set up, but they sure looked lost there for the first few plays. Oh, that's a foul. He dove right into him. But I think what ended up happening is they were reversing the ball too fast, and that's what the coach was getting upset about because he wanted that lob play. But they did get it right. But a nice little alley-oop dunk there. It's close.
He probably could have done it, too. He just didn't want to make sure he got the bucket.
Yeah.
That pushes the lead back to 6. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. That foul was on Mason Jones, by the way, for Salem. That's his first, team's third. So it's been a pretty clean half. I mean, one of West Washington's fouls is a technical foul. A tough shot by Bowsman. He missed it. That's about the 5th runner that West Washington's taken. Salem gets a bucket here. They bump that lead to 8. Got to feel like they feel pretty good about it. There's a three-pointer, no good. Push off there by Trail Howard. He got away with it. Bryce Brown controls the rebound for West Washington. Nash Huff drives. He puts another floater up, and another floater misses.
Yeah, those are tough. Those floaters are tough shots. If you can get them to fall, they can be a real big part of your game, but it's just tough. You're floating through the air. You know, how much do you put on it? If it's not something you practice enough, it's just going to, most of the time, you're probably going to miss it.
Now, West Washington has gone to a zone, and that may be because they've got two guys in off the bench.
Nice
Brown just
defense.
stood right there, yeah. And that's out of bounds, and it was all.
Wow, he just stood there. That boy didn't move at all. That kid bounced right off of him. That was funny. That's good defense by Brown there. He didn't try to do anything, didn't try to move into him or nothing. Just stood there and held his ground.
Took the contact, and the other guy absorbed it. 57 seconds left in the quarter. Jones tried to sneak him out there for a 3, and they're going to set their offense up.
So West Washington sticking with this zone here. Let's see if Salem tries to run the lob play again. Being really deliberate here.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go in the half. Oh, good pass.
That was a good pass and good cut.
Yep. Myron Mead with a nice little drop step, and he got the bucket. It's an 8-point lead. West Washington needs a basket before the half. 25-17.
Yeah, Mead with 8 first-half points for Salem. He's really carrying it for him.
And, you know, if you're West Washington, I think at the half, you've got to go back to the drawing board and figure out who's going to get your shots, because I don't know if the right guys are getting the right number of shots.
Oh, Salem turns it over.
That'll be out of bounds.
That should have been the last possession. They could have made it a 11-point game if possible.
0.3 of a second left, so
that doesn't really give you time to do anything.
Yeah, they can't get a shot off, so they'll just inbound it and be done with it. All right, we've played a half of basketball in the championship game. It's 25-17 Salem. We'll be back after this. You're watching Wright Brothers Implement Sales, Gym Digital Creations. We need
Indiana University Southeast. Small classes, personal attention. More than 50 undergraduate and graduate degrees, just minutes from downtown Louisville. Get ready for your next step. Apply now at ius.edu.
If you're like me, you take pride in a great-looking lawn. And my pride begins with my ride, a Grasshopper mower. Whether you roll it off the trailer or out of the garage, you'll get the power to effortlessly tackle tough terrain, mow around obstacles, or cut through thick grass and overgrowth. You'll trim, vacuum, mulch, and more, all from a driver's seat that's as comfortable as your favorite pair of jeans. The exclusive PowerFold deck even makes cleanup and storage a snap. Whether you're a pro or just want to mow like one, make a Grasshopper mower your ride and your pride.
Wright Brothers Implement Sales, Borden,
Meet Tommy. Tommy's not sure which sport he will play in high school someday. But no matter what he ends up choosing, playing sports in high school will help pave the way to a happier, healthier life. All Tommy needs to do is make up his mind. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. Pure launching pad for life.
in Borden.
Back here at Borden High School for the halftime of the championship game of the Washington County Tournament, and it's 25-17, and We'll give Patrick a second here to get the halftime stats put together, and he'll give me a heads up. He says he's good to go. So.
All right, so here we go. So right now, 25-17, Salem leading West Washington at halftime of the championship game. Leading the way for West Washington, Holden Bousman with 7 points. Jake Strange with 4 points. And then Harrison Sanford and Parker Green each with 3. And, you know, we were kind of talking there that, West Washington only runs about 5 deep. They didn't sub until they really had to, and they brought in 2 subs off the bench due to some foul trouble and a technical foul. Sanford got that technical foul and did not get back in the game. It'll be interesting to see if he comes back in the second half. And then over for Salem, Salem's being led by Myron Mead, number 8. He looks like their best player. He's playing hard. He's getting the ball in the paint, driving to the basket, and he's looked really good. So he leads the way with 8 points. Mason Jones with 6 points. Gavin Fleming with 4 points. And then Trail Howard, Shane Mahurin, and Brody Petmeyer each with 2. And then Grant Mahurin with 1 point on a free throw. So like we said, 25-17 in favor of the Lions over West Washington here. And like we were saying, it's been a pretty clean game. Not a whole lot of fouling going on. Both teams are getting down up and down the floor pretty free. And then when they get in the half court, West Washington is trying to attack and score very quickly, not really holding on to the ball. And then when you look at Salem, they're being very, very methodical with the ball.
Yeah, I think really if you're Coach Sullivan, I think West Washington's just got to go in there and they got to tell the guys, you know, just get some good shots. Let's make the extra pass or 2. Let's quit settling for that first 12-foot running jump shot or whatever. Let's just take better possessions and get better shots. I think they've got guys that can make shots. They just looked a little rattled and a little out of sorts in that first half with the basketball. And Salem has really been able to control what they've wanted to do. They've kept the game at a half-court pace, and what they wanted to do down there, setting their offense up, getting the ball in the right spots. And they've scored, I don't know if I have a shot chart, but they've scored a bunch of their points around the basket and in the paint. They've got a few threes. How many threes did you say they have?
Salem has 1 3.
1 3, that's it, okay. But most of their buckets have been in the paint. And, of course, you would think that. I mean, they've got several big kids in there that's playing right now, so you're going to get a whole bunch of big.
Well, the other thing I think, too, is when you look at a team like Salem who's scoring 60 points a game, I would think they would be the one taking the quick shots. It's almost kind of the opposite, you know. And maybe they've used their press to try to get some easy baskets in some other games, but Salem's been real methodical, and they look happy to have 25 points right now. It looks like it fits them kind of well, and they defensively held West Washington to 7 points there in the second quarter. If you can hold a team to 7 points, you're going to win a lot of games.
You're going to win a lot of games. Give Coach Brown a lot of credit. He's won 490 some more basketball games than I've ever won coaching varsity basketball, so he probably knows a little bit more about what's going on. He's putting his guys in the right spot right now. Coach Sullivan's in there right now drawing something up, trying to get the Senators back in it, and we'll see if they can do just that. I think they've got to get Bousman the basketball in some spots where he can get some shots, and he's a good enough shooter. He's going to be able to hit some three-pointers.
Yeah, I'd like to see them get him the ball where he doesn't have to drive and take it. I'd like to see him get the ball maybe on running a play, get him to set up and catch and shoot a 3. You know, maybe a drive and a clear ball screen or something where he can do something besides looking like he might be trying to force it because they need points.
I keep looking around to see if Santa Claus is going to make an appearance today.
Yeah, usually you see Santa Claus passing out some candy and candy canes, but you're right.
I don't see Santa Claus this evening. So now last year, I can't remember the rotation on this. Last year the tournament was at West Washington. This year it's at Borden. Does it go back to Eastern next year? I think next year it goes to Salem. Okay, it goes. I'm being told it goes to Eastern next year. So I never can remember the rotation on this. I know they always have the host team play the late game the first night. So, and this just happened to be the same draw as last year as they had this year. So,
is that true? Is that right? The exact same draw?
Yeah. Salem played Eastern last year in the first game. Borden played West Washington. And of course, Salem last year defeated West Washington to win the county tournament on West Washington's home floor. And so West Washington's trying to get a little revenge for tonight's with tonight's contest. So, and we've got about a little more than 3 minutes. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with the second half. We're getting close to the second half. You're watching Wright Brothers Implement Sales, Jim Digital Creations.
Make something. Make something no one else has made before. Make something bigger than yourself. Make something that inspires the world. Make yourself a promise and then fulfill it. Indiana University Southeast, fulfilling the promise.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
In Borden.
And we're back here at Borden High School. We want to give a reminder to our folks from West Washington that's watching on their live stream tonight. Our next broadcast on WBIS will be January the 11th when Edinburgh travels to West Washington for that game. So Wright Brothers will be broadcasting that game after Christmas break. We're going to take a little Christmas holiday and step away for 2 or 3 weeks, and then WBIS will get back in the swing of things in 2020, excuse me. And then we also want to, that's the first time of many I'll do that.
Seems weird to say that.
It does. And then we also want to mention to you Mid-Southern Conference fans, you Salem fans out there perhaps, and just Southern Indiana basketball fans in general, but shortly thereafter, and I think it's January 17th, I don't have the calendar in front of me, WBIS will be at Silver Creek, where Brownstown will come to town, and that's always a hot Mid-Southern Conference game. And Patrick, of course, you know all about Silver Creek and how well they are this year and last year. And Brownstown a little bit struggling right now. They're 1-4, I think, on the season. Salem got a big victory over them early in the season.
Yes, that should be a good game. You know, the Silver Creek's had some really good teams the past handful of years, and Brownstown is always good. And they may be down a little bit this year, but it's still not going to be an easy victory. Coach Bennett always does a great job having his kids ready to play. Silver Creek on the road tonight at Bedford. They were up 12 at halftime, I believe. Trying to get some updates here in the second half, and we'll kind of keep you guys posted as well if you're listening to us. But we're getting ready to start the second half here, and West Washington going back, and they're leaving Sanford on the bench. I don't know if
maybe he's got a technical rule.
Well, he might. He may say you're done for the game. I don't know, but looks like West Washington is going back with their starters minus Sanford, with Huff in the game, who played most of the first half, and it looks like the Lions are going back with their starting lineup as well. And so West Washington opens a half with a 2-3 zone. And Salem's going to be patient again.
Well, they've got an 8-point lead. They can take their time here. It's interesting, you see Myron Mead way out top. He's 6'5", and he's playing out in the wing. I think they put him in the post a little bit. Now, maybe he's more comfortable out there, a little stretch. The old stretch 4, as you hear him say.
Yeah, I'd like to see him kind of cut through the middle. They're looking inside. That guy's got a size disadvantage with Strange behind him. Salem's going to burn off a minute of clock here.
Yep, sure are.
And when you've got the lead, why not?
Yeah. I mean, in reality, West Washington may only get the ball one more time if Salem holds it for one shot in this quarter.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, called a foul there, and they didn't.
Oh, he hit hard.
Yeah, Strange kind of turned sideways a little bit. They could have called that a foul. Huff has it. He draws a foul, and that's on Petmeyer.
Fouls on Salem, number 2, Petmeyer.
Grant Mahurin will check in for Jones. Yeah, he's hurting a little bit.
Yeah, he landed really hard. Kind of looks like he's rubbing his hip/tailbone over there.
Tough pass, got in there to Strange, and he got a bucket and a foul, and that's exactly what you wanted if you were with West Washington. You got a bucket, you got a stop, you got a bucket, you got a foul. You picked up 2 fouls on Salem on that possession. And that was on Gavin Fleming. That's his second. Excuse me, yeah, his second. So Strange will attempt the 3-point play. And he couldn't do it. So it remains 25-19, 6:30 left in the third quarter, excuse me. Salem swings it around. Like you said, Coach, that zone's still in play for West Washington.
Well, as long as they can keep it relatively close and kind of force Salem into some bad decisions, it's going to keep him in the game. Oh,
yeah, he's got to shoot that ball. He didn't realize he was that open.
Strange tried to take the charge. Referee says you're too big to fall that easy.
And there's a block shot. We got a foul.
Yeah, got a foul on Fleming.
So Salem only had, 3 fouls in the first half, and they've got 3 in less than 2 minutes.
And Fleming's picked up 2 of them.
That's his third.
Yeah, he's picked up 2 quick ones. So Mason Jones looking to check back in. I'm sure he's going to go get Fleming, so he must be feeling all right, or all right enough to get back in.
For Hubbard, this is the first, so there's 2 that the Senators have left at the line. And there's 3 they've left at the line.
Man.
Boy, trying to come back, that's not the way to do it.
No.
The lost art of free throws.
Good pass.
Yep. Good little
he dribbled off somebody's foot. He should have went up with it.
There's Meade with a bucket.
He should have went right up with it, but ended up working out. And that foul was on number 10, Nash Huff.
And it's a 10-point lead for Salem. And Meade will try to make it an 11-point lead. And he missed it.
And Bowsman with the rebound.
He gives it to Huff. Wide open 3. Good. So Huff kind of just snuck back there off that free throw, and Salem didn't check him. And he ends up hitting the 3. There's Meade with a jump shot. No good. Bowsman with the rebound. And he gets it stuffed by Meade. And Petmeyer's got it. Boy, big turnover there for the Senators. They could have cut into that lead right there. And Salem's going to back it out and run a little clock here. They're going to be, like we said all night, they're going to be very deliberate. Mahurin with it, throws it up over Strange. No good. Tough shot out of bounds, belong to West Washington.
Oh, he made a lazy pass.
Oh, got away with it, but barely.
Yes. Man.
Bowsman with it up top.
Got it inside
to Strange. He throws it up, got it, and a foul.
Nice move.
And you can kind of tell they're trying to get him the ball in this third quarter.
Well, there's just no, the big kid's too skinny to guard him.
Yeah.
And then the stockier kid's just too short to guard him, so they're finding this mismatch that they want.
And he'll attempt the 3-point play for the second time in this quarter. And he got that one. So it's a 4-point game with 4:54 left in the third quarter. And some token pressure by West Washington. And tipped, but now they try a 3.
They got a quick shot.
And there was a
Strange.
Meade pushed the kid in front of him, but he got an elbow or something in the mouth.
Yeah. He was trying. Him and Strange were going at each other.
And the official is going to clean it up.
I think he got all ball. I don't know. He might have got, I think he hit the ball into his leg.
Meade got caught right in his windpipe. He's sucking wind, and he's pointing to right into his windpipe.
Anyway, that's 3 fouls on Strange now.
That's 3 fouls on Strange, and you really can't take him out if you're West Washington. You got to play him.
But yeah, the play before, Meade, I think, was kind of pushing in on Strange, and Strange was kind of pushing back with his elbow a little bit and caught him right across the pipe.
Jones for 3, and they're going to call a foul on the Huron, I think.
On Meade. They called it on Meade. And that's his third.
So all of a sudden, Salem's in a little foul trouble. They got Fleming with 3, and now Meade with 3, and that's their 15th foul of the half.
Yep, 5 team fouls halfway through the third quarter.
So West Washington's comeback may be living at the foul line in this second half.
They better hurry up here.
Strange has it. He clears it up. He gives it to Green. Green drives.
Tough shot.
Tough shot. Oh, that's the fourth three-point play in this half. 3 by West Washington and 1 by Salem. And we've played a half a quarter. And it's a 2-point game. But you can tell West Washington's doing a better job of this half of getting the ball to the guys what they want in the right spots.
Yep.
Short, yep. 29-27, the lead remains 2. And Salem in that zone, or excuse me, West Washington in that zone. And there's a foul on Huff. He was trying to check Jefferson, got a little too close to him.
West Washington, number 10, Huff. His second.
So Salem took Meade out of the game with his third foul. West Washington leaving Strange in with his third foul. It'll be interesting to see how this might play out. I think you're Salem. You've got a deeper bench. I think you can do that. He out of bounds. Oh, they called the foul.
The push. Yeah, rode him out of bounds there, and that's on Chase Farmer.
And so that's his third. So West Washington with 2 starters with 3 fouls. And we say 2 starters. I mean, they're really 2 of their only like 6 players.
Because he's not putting Sanford back in the game.
No. He hasn't even looked back over his shoulder to look at the bench.
And you got to believe you'd think he would by now if he was going to play him.
So West Washington, they're just fine to sit in this 2-3, and I can't say that I blame them. Now it's a 1-possession game and almost a turnover. It is a turnover.
That's Farmer will drive, lays it up. And you know, that may be part of their strategy to play that zone is with only 6 guys.
Yeah.
You're trying to conserve some energy here. And Farmer will shoot 2 with a chance to tie it with 3:06 left in the third quarter. He eyes, he flies, he shorts. And boy, they've left 3 or 4 points.
Well, this kid's 0 for 3 right now. Farmer 0 for 3 from the line.
And he got that one, just enough. And it's a 1-point game.
But yeah, you said it before he shot those free throws. By playing the zone, you can maybe stay out of foul trouble.
And there's a nice little running jump. Did you notice there? He took a jump stop and he went straight up.
Yep.
And that's Isaiah Jefferson with the bucket.
And the other thing, though, is he was going right at Strange. He could have went at Strange for a chance to pick up that next foul.
Yep. Huff for 3. Good. And it's a tie game. And Salem wants a timeout. 31-31. And West Washington's fired up as they go to the bench. Nash Huff has come in, and I think he airballed the first 3 he took. And he's hit nothing but the net in the last 2 he's taken. So he found the range, and he's tied the game at 31 for West Washington. And again, we want to thank you for joining us tonight on Wright Brothers Implement Sales, Jim Digital Creations, Those of you that's watching us on the West Washington live stream, glad you could tune in as well. We want to remind you, Wright Brothers Implement Sales, 2 miles east of Highway 60. Patrick's going through some scores right there. He showed me one that made my eyes kind of go, wow.
Yeah, Mitchell leading Brownstown 46-35 at the end of the third quarter. Floyd Central's beating, I think they're playing one of the Bloomington schools tonight, up 46-43.
Duke and South ranked number 2 in the state. So
that's who they're playing. Tied at 46. 3 seconds to go, it looks like. That game might be over by now. That was a couple minutes ago. Paola 30, Christian Academy 27. So there's some close games out there.
Well, you know that.
And here's another one. New Albany 30. Carmel defending state champion 29 in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
So,
and Floyd Central beat New Albany last week too. So,
and I saw Carmel play. They were very, very impressive last week. I saw them play up at Southport.
5,000 students.
Can you imagine?
No, I can't. All right, anyway, we're back. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Tie ball game, 31. West Washington's come all the way back and tied it. And there's a steal by Bowsman. And he's going to lay it. No, he's going to call foul, boy. And
that looked.
Yeah, Mahiran thought he got him clean.
Yeah.
We're on the opposite side of the floor, but Mahiran thought he had a clean steal there.
It looked like he had a lot of ball.
And Bowsman will try and give West Washington the lead. And I can't remember if they led early in the contest.
No, I can't remember
if they did. It's been a long time since they have, and they do now. So
Bowsman
free throw.
Sorry, that was Bowsman's first points of the second half. Yeah, he had 7 in the first half, and really, I don't know if he shot yet, in all honesty.
And he knocks them both down. It's a 2-point lead for West Washington.
He's got a nice-looking left-handed shot.
Yes, he does.
Like we said earlier, try to find him more chances to score. And if I remember correctly, their coach Clayton Sullivan was a left-handed player in his playing days.
Okay, well.
But I tell you, this is really working out for what West Washington wants to do. Keeps it. Oh,
deep three by Jefferson.
As soon as I say that, they're forcing them into some bad shots. That was a good shot. That was a good ball reversal jump shot. And that's their first 3 of the second half.
And Salem's back up by 1. Bounced with a runner, no good. Strange with it, and he got clobbered. And they're going to call a foul.
So that foul's on Grant Mahurin. That's his first.
And that's Salem's 9th foul of the quarter.
Gosh.
So West Washington's double bonusing it from here on out. Boy, keep an eye on that. That's big.
Yep.
Particularly for all the free throws that West Washington's missed. Those are bonus free throws that they're not going to have to worry about.
Yep.
And Strange knocks that one down.
Right now, Strange 2 for 3 at the line. If he can knock this one down, be 3 for 4. But yeah, Bowsman right now 4 for 4 at the free throw line. If you're West Washington, he's the guy you want them to foul. But Strange now 3 for 4, so
he's got
either one of those guys.
He's got a simple little stroke there from the foul line. He doesn't do a whole lot of.
Oh, we threw it right to him. He threw that ball right to Parker Green. Oh, he carried it.
Powerful fire 3. That's his spot. That's his spot. That is his spot. He's hit 3 from that spot right there, and he's not hit the rim.
I don't know. I was just getting ready to say it's barely touching the net.
I mean,
it's dropping straight through.
That is smooth right there, let me tell you.
I tell you what, it may not look pretty, but it's dropping right through the bottom of the net.
It is.
Give that kid some credit coming off the bench, finding the spot.
And he probably wasn't expecting to play that much. I mean, in reality, you've got Sanford sitting over there on the bench after getting the technical in the first quarter. We're being told he made a bunch of threes last night as well, so. Salem's going to hold it for 1. We're about 10 seconds.
This game has completely turned in this third quarter.
And there's a steal by Bousman. 3 seconds, he lays it up and in.
Wow.
And it's a 6-point Senator lead after 3 quarters. West Washington come out of the locker room a different team in the second half. And they went from 8 down to 6 up. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this. You're watching Wright Brothers Implement Sales, Jim Digital Creations.
A wintry Friday night. A packed gymnasium in a tight-knit community. A shot taken. History made. A state of delirium? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Indiana University Southeast. The name on your degree does matter. Earn your IU degree on the region's safest campus, just 10 miles from downtown Louisville. A quality education builds quality leaders. Fulfill your promise today.
And we're back here from West Washington at Borden High School.
It kind of felt like West Washington, the way that game kind of ended. West Washington scoring 23 points in the third quarter to take a 40-34 lead. West Washington kind of scoring at will, got some steals, and their zone, just forcing Salem into some mistakes. And Salem only scoring 9 points in that quarter after scoring 15 in the first. They scored 10 in the second, 9 in that third quarter. And now they just sliced and missed the layup, and a rebound there by Myron Mead. And really, Salem needs to get a basket here. Salem needs to get a basket on this possession to kind of stop the bleeding. Here he comes along the base. 32 forgot to set the screen along the baseline. Salem really has to get somebody into the middle of that zone. Where it says SAC, they've got to get somebody in there, and they're not doing it, and they're just passing around the outside, and just makes it really hard to score. Well, they did. They scored right over Strange. That's a good play by Gavin Fleming.
Well, they got him back in the lineup. Maybe that gives them a little more consistency. Huff lost the dribble. He doesn't have it. Well, they said it was a fumble. They said it was a fumble.
Yeah.
Coach Brown didn't think it was.
Strange, nice move.
That pivot, and he missed it in and out. There's a foul.
Called a foul there. That's his fourth.
Called that on Farmer. That's his fourth. And again, West Washington doesn't go very deep, so that's their 6th team foul.
Coach Sullivan kind of thinking about it, but once again, he didn't even look to his assistant coaches or to his bench. Sanford picking up that technical foul has really hurt this. I'm going to guess, I call it a rotation.
Yeah. Well, West Washington's kids, that's a bad foul on Strange. That's his fourth.
I know it looked like a foul, and I know that's what they call, but I don't know. He looked like he got the ball. I know he got him, or maybe a little around the back, but
that's a foul every time.
I know, it's just a cheap one.
And that's a big one because that's his fourth.
Yeah.
And Bryce Brown's going to have to come in for West Washington. And now Coach Sullivan is going to have to kind of play a game of chicken here and see how long he can leave Strange on the bench and keep this game within earshot for him. And Meade makes the first one. He cuts it to 3.
And Bryce Brown did come off the bench in the first half to give him a couple good minutes.
He did. But Strange really picked it up in that third quarter.
Yes, he did. And Salem backed up, putting some full court pressure on him, see if they can create a turnover, but
Bousman's going to go coast to coast.
Nice left hand.
He lays it in. He's the quickest kid on the floor.
Yeah, and he's very confident with the ball when he's taking it to the basket.
Yeah, and it's a 4-point lead. And almost stolen.
There it is.
There it is.
Bowsman might get another. Nope. Oh,
He had to lay that
angle.
wide.
Bad angle.
Farmer should have taken the ball in the bucket. He hadn't gotten picked up.
Yep, he should have taken that himself.
Number 22, Isaiah Jefferson.
So Salem, West Washington, 4-point lead in the ball underneath their own basket. Let's see what they do here. See if they can get another score. Give them a 6-point lead.
Oh, nice play, yeah. Caught Salem napping there. Bowsman with a little touch pass to Green. You wonder if that was a set play or if that was just communication between those two guys. Anyway, good bucket there, and it's a 6-point lead for West Washington.
Yeah, Salem fell asleep there. Once that ball was inbounded, they all turned their head.
Jones with it up at the top. He gives it to Petmeyer. And they're going to call a foul on Brown on a hold. And that'll send Meade back to the foul line.
Fouls on West Washington, number 40, Brown. His first. Meade to the line to shoot one on the bonus.
So Meade's going to step to the free throw line. So far tonight, he's 2 for 3. He misses that one.
That could have been a foul on Fleming. I'm guessing if the West Washington. And that's, I don't know. That's a case of Bryce Brown just being too big in the middle of the floor, setting a screen right there.
Yeah,
that's a good screen.
I'd like to see a replay of that.
I didn't see a shoulder check or anything.
No, I think he was just standing there.
Well, you're starting to see some bodies go to the floor now.
I don't know what happened at 22.
Isaiah Jefferson I think he fell. He was the one that ran into Brown, and then he got torqued because somebody else came over the top of him, it looked like, and kind of torqued his back.
He's got to come out. If the trainer goes out on the floor, he's got to come out.
Six-point lead for the Senators. West Washington's got to get it up, and Bowsman will. He's fired a step back three. I could have got a better shot there.
That's his first bad shot, I think, tonight.
Petmeyer with it. And Salem's trying to get set here. They've kind of gotten flustered a little bit. They got it to Meade, which is a good idea for them. Petmeyer over to Jones, a fire corner three. Good! 5 minutes to go. It's a 3-point game for West Washington. Green will break the press. Both teams are in the double bonus, so we'll get you a game reset right there. Bowsman loses the ball, kicked out of bounds, and it'll belong to West Washington. And Coach Sullivan will bring Strange back in, and I'm kind of surprised, really. I mean, he's got the lead.
Yeah.
A little bit dangerous. I might have bled him for another minute.
Yeah, he might be. I mean, he might try to be doing some offense for defense stuff. I mean, not that you're going to do it every possession right now, but maybe he's got something he wants to kind of get right here, but they're not looking. Now they looked at him.
Yeah, look at him.
He fouled him. Yep.
And that should be Fleming's fourth foul.
Yep, that's going to be 4 on Fleming.
He's got nice footwork, Strange does.
Yeah.
He's got that good little drop step. He's got a little reverse spin dribble in there. Somebody's worked on him with some feet, some post moves.
So far, he's 3 for 4, stepping to the line. So he's a kid you want at the free throw line.
Makes the first one.
Into the game for Salem, number 50, Trail Howard.
So Strange at the line has a chance to make it.
Yeah.
Oh, he missed that
hit every part of the rim. But
so 4 for 6 from the line for Strange tonight.
4-point lead for the Senators. You feel like
there they go to the middle.
You feel like Salem's just on the verge of making a bucket here and putting a little heat on West Washington. They haven't quite gotten close enough here. They can sweat
almost threw it out of bounds.
They're going to take their time to get a good shot. Coach Brown calls a play. And Kieran has it 30 feet from the basket to Howard. He throws up a little 5-footer. No good. Strange with a rebound. I think Howard knew Strange was around somewhere. He kind of rushed it a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's the shot you wanted either. They were that patient.
Oh, if he's going to try the opposite side, no good. He needs to come onto this side of the floor.
Oh, Meade almost lost it. Strange can't pick up a foul.
They're going to call a blocking foul. And that's on Farmer.
And that's
his fifth. Yeah. And now what do you do if you're Coach Sullivan?
Looks like he's going with number 34, Michael Loop.
He's a 5'8 junior.
Like he said Loop, but it's spelled Lop.
It's spelled Lop. Two P's. So Meade misses the first one. Well, Coach Sullivan's going to call a timeout. And if you're Coach Sullivan, doesn't look like you want to go too far into this bench. And he's kind of forced to now for a variety of reasons. So he's probably going to try and draw something up here and make sure everybody's on the same page.
This, I think, is the first timeout he's called.
Yeah, I don't think Salem's called, but maybe one. Which could set up for a long 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
Especially with the two-possession game right now. You're exactly right.
45-41. Meade will have one foul shot remaining.
Once again, we'd like to thank First Harrison Bank for being the sponsor.
Again, glad you could join us tonight on Wright Brothers Implement Sales, WBIS, Jim Digital Creations. We want to thank Greg and Myra Powell for putting on tonight's broadcast. They're located down there 2 miles east of Borden on Highway 60. Can't miss them as you're heading towards Louisville, right there on the left-hand side.
So just seeing an updated score, New Albany does beat Carmel on the road. They won 36-31 at Carmel. Very impressive win for New Albany.
And they'd struggled earlier in the year.
Yep, and right now, Floyd Central leading by 1 over Bloomington South. That'd be 2 big wins for the Floyd County schools.
Yes, it would be. That's going to be a pretty good sectional. Typically is, but boy, Floyd Central is really good. Jeffersonville's really good, and then New Albany.
Nice entry pass.
Blocked by Meade. Battle for the rebound. Bowsman with it. Throws it up, and he got fouled. Give Meade a lot of credit there. He's been taking some bruises from Strange tonight, and boy, he gave it right back to him there to block the shot. Bowsman gets the foul. He'll have to go to the line for 2. And he missed the first one.
He was perfect up to that point, 4 for 4.
They're all big right now. Bowsman makes it a 4-point game. Jefferson checks back in for Salem. And you got to wonder if you're Salem here, does at some point the fatigue factor starts setting in for West Washington?
Yeah, you're right. These guys have been playing. Salem's been rotating in pretty much through the whole game, but that zone just lets them.
Yeah, but they played a game last night too.
Yeah,
where they pushed hard last night. I mean, they won by 19 points. So how hard were they pushed last night?
Yeah.
We're going to find out in the next 3 minutes because that's how much time we've got left. 4-point game by West Washington. So swinging it around the top.
There they go on the lob play. They tried it. They didn't screen the right people there. They're going to try to run it again.
And they tried it. Bowsman picked the pass off.
They telegraphed it. Coach Sullivan told them to slow down, but they got a wide open look.
They got a bucket. Strange makes the bucket and the foul. And I think that's his 3rd or maybe even 4th 3-point play this half. They really emphasized getting him the ball.
Yep. And that's the 4th foul on Meade.
And Strange makes it a 7-point game with 2:45 to go. West Washington leads it by 7. Remember, this was an 8-point Salem lead at the half, so this has been all West Washington in this half. Kudos to them. Going away. Meade threw it to Jones, and Jones had went The screen down in the corner.
And it's going to call timeout, looks like.
And Salem calls timeout, and West Washington can start to feel it. 2:31 left in the contest. They lead the game by 7. 49-42. We talked earlier about teams calling timeouts in the last 4 minutes, and probably will happen. So if you're Salem now, you've got to figure out some way to get the ball out of Bowsman and Strange's hands, I would think.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Coach Brown called this timeout, and he hasn't said a word yet. He's shaking his head right now. But he hasn't done anything. So I don't know. I mean, I understand the thing. You feel like it's kind of slipping away from you, but you know, what are you going to draw a play? Are you going to tell him a defense? You know, what are you doing? But he's going to waste half his time out here. He might not have all 5 kids by the time the first horn goes off.
Yeah. He's drawing something up. Looks like maybe he's attacking that zone. Looks like he's got I don't know if we got a shot down there on the camera, but it looks like he's got a little 1-3-1 action, maybe that offense, because he took. So maybe he's trying to design something to next time they get the ball.
So Salem putting the full court pressure on, which really they got to turn it up. They got to create some havoc, I guess. And West Washington gets it to their best ball handler, gets it to Bowsman.
Bowsman will bring it up. Oh, a little stutter step there.
Tough shot, though.
Tough shot. Salem with the rebound, and they need a bucket. Bad. Meade has it at the top, gives it to Jefferson. That's Petmeyer for 3. Yeah, that's his first bucket. That's his first bucket of the contest. So welcome to the game. And it's a 4-point game with 2:09 left. And Salem calls timeout.
Yeah, that's his first basket. He scored 2 free throws in the first half, and that's his first basket of the game. Now, I don't know how many points a game he averages for them, but
he's not taking hardly any shots.
No.
So you're assuming Salem will come out with some more pressure. And this game really is going to come down to, can West Washington handle the pressure and probably make free throws? If they can do both of those things, they're going to probably win the ball game. Salem's picking up the man-to-man pressure. They will not guard the inbound man. Leave that guy back as a free safety. Bowsman inbounds it. He gives it to Green. Green will walk it up. Gives it off to Bowsman. And West Washington's going to pull it out, and they're going to try and run some clock here. And I got to believe Bowsman and Green are going to be the 2 guys to hold the ball since Farmer's out of the lineup. Green back to Huff, and he's here to get the ball and give it back to Green.
Don't get trapped. Don't get trapped.
Back to Huff. He gives it to Bowsman. He's got a layup. He gave it to Strange.
Oh, nice.
A layup. You can't run a 4-corner offense better than that.
I thought he was going to pass it off Strange's foot.
I did too. But they get the bucket. Meade with the, and we're going to call a foul. Foul on Bowsman. Thought he had all ball.
That's his first foul. He's played every minute of the game. That's his first foul. And sometimes that's what his zone will do for you. He's played good defense. It's not like he's a shot away from anything.
And Meade will shoot the double bonus. And that was good. 51-46. And if you're West Washington, you don't want them to score with the clock stop.
No, you're exactly right.
We have exactly 90 seconds to play. He missed the second. Rebound by Bowsman. So how long do you play defense before you start fouling? That's the question. Salem fans went over and back. It wasn't.
No, he just had 1 foot over. Uh-oh.
There's a strip, but the ball's recovered by West Washington.
They missed Strange there. They found
him again, and they call a foul.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. Looked like he might have got a lot of ball, too. But, like we said, it looked like a foul. He reached across. Looked like a lot of ball, but going across his arms.
And Strange will try and extend the lead out to 7. And it's good.
Strange has been killing them in the second half.
He's got to have close to 20 points, doesn't he?
Well, he's got 12. He's got 16, 17, right up 16 right now.
He missed a second. It's a 6-point game.
Excuse me, 18, I believe. I think. Oh, good hand.
Lead. Jefferson. Is that Jefferson for three? No good. Rebound. Rebound by Petmeyer and a foul. And that foul is on Michael Lopp, who give Lopp a lot of credit here. He's been in for about 3 minutes, hadn't played the whole game. And honestly, that's the first time we've called his name. He hasn't done anything to hurt his team, and that may be all Coach Sullivan's wanting right now.
Yep.
Don't lose us the game. You don't have to win it. Just don't lose it for us. Petmeyer misses the free throw. Salem needs every one of those. 57 seconds to go. 6-point lead for the Senators. Petmeyer makes the second. It's down to 5. Grant Mahurin checks in for Salem. Probably in to foul. He played a little bit the first half, I believe.
Don't foul him. Oh, he might have traveled.
Green to Huff. He's trying to find Bowsman or Green. Can't find
Why
him.
not?
Gets it to
They
Bowsman.
should have fouled him.
And there's a foul.
They should have fouled Huff when he got the ball. Instead, they fouled Bowsman, who is almost automatic at the lane.
Yeah.
Or, excuse me, at the line.
If Huff could come over here and shoot this three from this one corner,
he might be better off shooting it from there.
Bowsman will shoot the double bonus. 5-point lead, 48 seconds. It's good.
Yep, Bowsman, 5 of 6 in the second half. He is not the guy you want to foul.
Fleming checks back in for Salem. It's a 7-point game. Salem needs a bucket and quickly. Fleming with it.
And you know, as much as West Washington changed things in the first half, they pretty much stuck with their zone in the second half.
Yes, they have. And they clear the rebound. Bowsman with it. He gives it.
If I was Bowsman, I don't know if I would have passed that ball. Make him foul me.
And that's Green with it. And you got to give Strange a lot of credit. He's played the last 4 minutes with 4 fouls and stayed out of foul trouble to get that 5th foul. He gets his 5th foul. Yeah, 3 starters out for West Washington. I don't know what they do at that point.
Well, and not only that, Strange has just been so huge for them in the second half. I've got him with 14 second half points.
Green missed the first one. He went on the second, air ball.
He's 0 for 3. That didn't hit the rim, yeah. He's 0 for 3. That's the kid you want to foul.
Well, it must have hit the rim because they let it bounce out of bounds. Because if it was an air ball, it would have been a dead ball.
Well, they should have blown it. I didn't see it hit. And Salem just threw it out of bounds.
Just threw it away. 26 seconds to go.
Now you got to foul. And if you're West Washington, get the ball to Bowsman or Strange. That was a good play by Bowsman to circle around.
Clear that whole half of the floor off for him. Bowsman makes it an 8-point game. And West Washington can start to taste it here. 24 seconds to go. Nine-point game. 56-47. What a comeback here by West Washington. Didn't play very well in the first half. Be honest with you, but they have turned it on in this second half. And we got a jump ball. I don't know what Coach Sullivan said to him at halftime, but that was the magic elixir, that's for sure.
The Borden student section cheering that I believe we have won, and I believe they have as well.
And The West Washington cheer section is celebrating their county championship. The Senators have won 56-47. They have taken home the 2019 First Harrison Bank Washington County Tournament. Congratulations to the Senators. We're going to stay right here. They're going to go through the all-tournament teams. They're going to give out the plaque for the team championship. And we'll stay right here with that. We'll have Patrick do the stats real quick. We'll get done with that. We'll take a break right after that. Patrick will give us our stats, and then we will say goodnight. So just stay right with us here real quick. It won't be but another minute or so, and we'll have our stats. Or, excuse me, our all-tournament team.
First of all, we'd like to thank First Harrison Bank for being the sponsor of this year's holiday tournament. And a representative from First Harrison Bank, Mr. Joe Rahira, is here to present the trophy to the champions of the 2019 holiday tournament, the Senators of West Washington High School. Also, with the help of Joe McGee of First Harrison Bank, we'd also like to announce the all-tournament team. From Borden, Tommy Devine.
Tommy Devine is all-tournament team for Borden.
From Eastern, Rhett Pennington.
Rhett Pennington for Eastern.
From West Washington, Holden Bousman.
From West Washington, Holden Bousman.
From West Washington, Jacob Strange.
Jake Strange for West Washington.
From Salem High School, Myron Mead.
Myron Mead for Salem.
And from Salem High School, Gavin Fleming.
And Gavin Fleming for Salem.
This year's 2019 Holiday Tournament All-Tournament Team.
So congratulations to those guys and as well the West Washington Senators for being the 2019 First Harrison Bank Washington County Invitational Champions. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Wright Brothers Implement Sales Gym Digital Creations.
Your tools don't need to come in flashy colors. Your mower shouldn't either. Whether you roll it off the trailer or out of the garage, a Grasshopper gives you the no excuses, get it done kind of attitude that drives your day. Grab the controls and get the power to tackle tough terrain with the speed to cut your mowing time in half. Trim, vacuum, mulch, and more. All from a driver's seat that's as comfortable as your favorite pair of faded jeans. The exclusive powerful deck even makes cleanup and storage a snap. So whether you're a pro or just want to mow like one, make your next mower a Grasshopper mower.
Wright Brothers Implement Sales, Borden, Indiana.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face, yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
in Borden. Wright Brothers. We're more than tractors. Stop in and take a look around. You'll be surprised. Right here on Highway 60 in Borden.
All right, and we're back here at Borden High School for the 2019 First Harrison Bank Washington County Invitational here on Wright Brothers Implement Sales, Gym Digital Creations. And we'll let Patrick give our final stats for the night's championship game, and we'll get out of here.
All right, we'll start with the losers on the scoreboard, the Salem Lions. They came up short tonight. They had 47 total points, losing 47-56. And they were able to score only 22 points in the second half. But leading the way for them was Myron Mead, 14 points. Mason Jones with 9 points. Gavin Fleming with 8. Brody Petmeyer with 6 points. Isaiah Jefferson with 5. Shane Mahurin with 2. Trail Howard with 2. And then Grant Mahurin is with just 1 point. Leading rebounder unofficially for Salem was Myron Mead, had him with 7 rebounds. For the West Washington Senators, the winners of the First Harrison Bank Holiday Tourney, co-leading scorers Holden Bowsman with 18 and Jake Strange with 18. Both of them played really, really well down the stretch for for West Washington. Nash Huff with 9 points, 3 threes there, I think all in the third quarter when the West Washington made their run. 7 points for Parker Green, 1 point for Chase Farmer, 1 point for Chase Farmer, 3 points for Harrison Sanford, who sat out most of the game after picking up his technical foul. And give credit to Coach Sullivan. If that's his policy, if you get a technical, you sit. He held with it no matter what. They had some kids foul out and some other things that could have happened where you want to put that kid back in, and he didn't do it. He stuck with what he wanted to do, and they did a great job as far as holding and playing the game they wanted to play. And it was really, really nice to watch West Washington kind of close out that game with some kids off the bench that you could tell weren't really used to playing, and give them credit at the line. They were 14-23 in the second half, 16-25 overall for the game from the free throw line, and that kind of sealed it for them. And the West Washington Senators were victorious, 56 to Salem Lions 47.
Real quick, that's a program building win there, just in the fact that if that's your policy and you stick with it, and then you win the game. Kids notice that, and the kids in the middle school notice that. That builds your program. So kudos to Coach Sullivan on that. So that just about wraps it up here from Borden. Our next broadcast will be January the 11th when Edinburgh travels to West Washington. Our final here tonight, West Washington wins by 9 over Salem, 56-47. On behalf of myself, Patrick, Greg, Myra, and everybody else, thank you for joining us. Good night, everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.